That's why Kyle Davidson has always said he wants to be careful on how he allocates the money because you're going to sign someone to a 7-year deal
Yeah.
and they're just starting 30 years old. And you're like, oh, wait, we had a guy in Sasha Boyer or Frank Nazar
Yep.
or whatever that could have easily slotted into that role. And now, how do we make the puzzle pieces work? It's a fine balance between wanting to be patient to allow these kids to develop to see, okay, do we have a second line center here versus also wanting to be aggressive in some way and not just sit on your hands and waiting for these guys to develop. And then you're like, oh, some of these guys actually didn't develop the way that we had hoped. And now we wish we would have plugged in that hole earlier. It's this careful balance. And that's why I think it might make more sense for Chicago to go into this free agency trying to maybe land a guy like Nick Ehlers, where you know he's going to be a consistent top six player that's not going to break the bank, where he's not going to get $10+ million. The Daily Faceoff had his projection at 6 years and $8 million cap it. Like that's more of a guy where you're like, okay, that's manageable, where it's not going to completely ruin the financial picture, but it's a guy that is going to play a top six role on your team for many years to come at a respectable price. So maybe that's where Chicago looks to instead of getting the big fish where you're like, oh shoot, we just allocated $12+ million to, hypothetically Mitch Marner. And now it's like, how do we filter in the rest of the roster when guys like Bedard and Sam Renzel and Levshinov, they're all going to get paid? How do we make all that money work? And so it's going to be an interesting summer, though, for Chicago.